My name is SHANJIEVAN and my volumetry is S821042. Now I'll be talking about the problem faced in transportation industry in Malaysia, in palm oil industry. First of all, road conditions in East Malaysia, where the poor road instruction in Sabah and Sarawak leads to increased transportation costs and delays. And the second one is port congestion in Port Klang. The congestion at Port Klang causes significant delay in palm oil shipment, loading and unloading. And the third one is rail transport in Peninsular Malaysia. Underutilization of rail network in Peninsular Malaysia limits cost-effective transportation options for Malaysia. And the last one is monsoon seasons in East Coast. Monsoon seasons on the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia frequently disrupts transportation routes and causing delays and increasing costs. Now we're talking about the strategies to reduce the transportation costs in palm oil industry in Malaysia. First is route optimization. Utilizing advanced route planning software can reduce fuel consumption and transfer time by determining the most efficient transportation paths. And the second one is consolidation of shipments. Combining smaller shipments into larger ones help achieve economy scale, reducing the number of trips needed and lowering overall transportation costs. And the third one is centralized storage facilities. Establishing centralized storage facilities closer to production areas minimizes transportation distance and reduce the frequency and cost of transportation trips. And the last one is collaborative logistic networks. Partnering with other companies to share logistics resources can lead to significant cost reductions through economies of scale and shared operational costs. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum, my name is AINA SAFFA binti NORHARIZAL. My number matrix S81072. So the palm oil industry in Indonesia face several significant. The major issue is optimization in transportation routes for fresh fruit bunches from plantation to mills. So which involve minimizing the distance and cost while ensuring each plantation is visited and trucks operate at optimal capacity. So another significant problem is the abundance of oil palm trunks during plantations regeneration, which can lead to environmental concern and waste management issues. Additionally, logistical challenge in shipping palm oil, such as ensuring proper tank cleaning and temperature control, are also crucial. So how to solve this problem? So we can adopt various strategies. For instance, developing a management information system that integrate economic analysis and optimization tools can improve the efficiency and cost effectiveness of palm oil transportation from plantation to mills and refineries. And then implementing blockchain technology can also enhance the traceability and sustainability across the value chain, and then ensuring compliance with sustainability standards and promoting sustainable practices. So furthermore, optimizing transportation infrastructure and developing multimodal transportation system can reduce emissions and improve the overall efficiency of the transportation process. Thank you.
A very good day, doctor. I'm Usha S.RAMESH, ID number SA21088. So today I'm going to present you what are the factors influencing the transportation costs in oil palm industry in the region of Africa. The very first factor is inadequate infrastructure and road network on the supply chain. Poor road network and poor infrastructure causes the transportation delays, and there is inefficiency in palm oil products. Roads that are poorly maintained causes the limited capacity, since there is a lot of narrow roads in Africa, causes a lot of traffic jams that results in a longer travel time, which leads to higher expenses. All this scenario causes the palm oil growers and also stakeholders to spend a lot of money by finding alternative routes and maintaining their vehicles, since they have to travel on the rough roads to export their products to the processing facilities. So the second factor is domination by smallholder farmers that reliance on the rudimentary facilities. If you see, a lot of oil palm plantations in Africa is actually owned by the smallholder farmers. Limited resources preventing them from investing in efficient transport infrastructure. This causes them to reliance on the rudimentary facilities. The word rudimentary facilities here is actually refers to the antique methods. Till now, they are actually using their bicycles, small trucks and manual labor to transport their products from the plantations to the processing facilities such as milling or even refining factories. Inadequate infrastructure hinders their market accessibility and limiting their growth of business to expand their business. All this scenario, I can say in one example is the palm fruit deterioration and rotting during the transit of harvested fruits from the plantations to the processing facility will reduce the entire productivity and also the market competitiveness to the smallholder farmers. So the next is the lack of modern processing techniques and also use of outdated farming techniques. These outdated farming techniques results in a lower productivity and also lower yield. This inefficiency results in more frequent transportation trips to compensate for lower productivity, raising transportation costs, even logistical complexity. All these things is also interrupts the supply chains. Unreliable productivity, irregular processing schedules and also process delay leads to the bottlenecks in transportation's logistics, which reduce the overall productivity. So the next one is actually the current news that is happening in the oil palm business in Africa, which has pros and cons that influencing the transportation cost. The thing is establishment of oil palm plantation around 20 million hectares in West and also Central Africa. Investment in transportation infrastructure including highways, storage facilities or even processing facilities may be prompted by the growth of oil palm plantations. Enhancing all this infrastructure helps to facilitate to deliver the palm oil products from the isolated plantations to the processing facilities, will help to save the transportation expenses or even increasing the efficiency. All these points can be considered as the pros, but there is also one con, which is setting up the new oil palm plantations in remote areas incurs significantly the transportation expenses through the equipments, labors and also the supplies. So now let's see what are the strategic recommendations to overcome the problems based on the transportation cost factors in oil palm industry in Africa. The very first one is improvements in road structure and also infrastructure. By improving the road structure and infrastructure helps the African oil palm industry to transfer their palm oil products more smoothly at a lower cost. This helps them to cut down on delays and also other expenses that related to the poor facilities. Improvements to transportation infrastructure such as building the roads helps them to improve the supply chain connections and also the efficiency. So let's see one of the example, which is Nigerian government, which is one of the country in Africa, mandating the Central Bank of Nigeria, which also known as CBN. So the CBN is required by the Nigerian government to participate in the palm oil business. So this could lead to better investment prospect and also financial support for the transportations involved in the palm oil industry. So this also results in funding initiatives and also growth incentives. So the third one is about increasing the awareness of sustainable palm oil production. Educating the stakeholders about sustainable methods to increase the sustainable palm oil production is actually mandatory. This will encourage resources efficiency and also minimize the need of transportations. By streamlining the farming operations, sustainable production techniques helps to reduce the cost of transportations for both raw materials and also the palm oil finished products. So one of the examples that implemented the sustainable palm oil production in Africa is about the Camel project. In this Camel project, they have provided some informations and also trainings to the key stakeholders, government officials, civil society and also local private sectors in order to show how can the palm oil production can be expanded in the sustainable manner. So the last recommendations is about strengthening land use and decision making. Plantation locations are optimized with the aid of land use planning and which minimizes the transportation expenses and also the distances. Long transportation routes are one of the inefficiency which can be avoided through strategic decision making. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saluddin bin Raja Muda. My ID metric is SA21059. My topic is on the transportation cost, impact on the sustainability and economic outlook on the palm oil industry in Latin America. This cost has significant impact on the palm oil industry in Latin America. Many plantations are located in remote area with poor road infrastructure, leading to increased costs and delays in transporting palm oil to the processing facilities and export markets. This can erode profit margins and make it difficult for producers to compete with other regions. High transportation costs also contribute to the industry environmental footprint by increasing the consumption of the fuel and greenhouse gas emission, undermining the sustainability efforts. Additionally, transportation disruption caused by extreme weather events can worsen the challenge faced by the industry. To address the issue, government and industry stakeholders should prioritize investment in roads, railways, and ports to improve connectivity and reduce transportation costs. Next, they also can encourage the use of multiple modes of transportation, such as combining rail and road transport, which can help to optimize efficiency and reduce the cost to transport the palm oil. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ASRUL bin MAAROF and my student ID is SA21056. Now I will talk about the conclusion part, which I will do some comparison about the palm oil transportation in several countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Africa, and also in Latin America. So as you can see here, these four regions have encountered almost the same challenge, like poor road conditions, poor port congestion, and also their adverse weather, which like a monsoon, and also they also face some similar challenge like the underutilized of alternative transportation methods to transport the palm oils. Each of the region has their own problem, by like Malaysia has its poor road conditions, port congestion, and alternative transportation methods, and more. Like Indonesia, they have a problem, also have the problem in optimizing their transportation method, but they have one additional challenge, like which is abundance of oil palm trunk during their regeneration process. And also in Africa, they have an inadequate infrastructure like roads, and also, the domination of smallholder farmer and lack of modern technology. And in Latin America, their plantation of palm oil is located in a remote area, so it becomes a challenge to transport the palm oil into the processing facilities. So it also faces similar uh, challenge like other countries, just as extreme weather events. Okay, so these four challenge
faced by these four regions is really crucial because it can affect the efficiency of the transportation sector in the palm oil industry. So these issues need to be addressed properly in order to optimize the transportation sector of the palm oil. Unique solutions can be implemented like consolidating shipments, optimizing the routes, and and they can utilize the other alternative method in order to transport the palm oil, like using the railway in order to transport the palm oil to the processing facilities. The unique solution is really crucial because it can solve the challenge faced by these four regions and keep optimize the transportation sector of the palm oil industry. And therefore, by implementing this unique solution, they can optimize the transportation sector and also gaining a positive outcome in the palm oil industry.